Okay, so let's take a look at all the parts of Paradise by the Sea, live version from the Roxy Theatre, Hollywood, July 1978. Be sure to stick around to the end of the video, because at the end of the video I'm going to be playing through the whole song alongside a homemade backing track, and you'll see tab scroll across the screen. So this song's in the key of C major, tempo is about 133 BPM, really upbeat number, and it's using a shuffle 8th note rhythm. So that sounds more complicated than it actually is. Instead of going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, if you had a bunch of 8th notes, you're going to be going 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a... We'll go through that when we do the strumming pattern. So let's go through the chords. So here we've got a broken C. So use your Bruce Springsteen, love this version. So it saves you playing the full bar, and also it allows you to do slightly other things chord-wise. So 3rd finger 10th fret D, middle finger 9th fret G, use your 1st finger to bar the 8th fret B and the E strings, add your pinky, and I think this is what's happening, it's a C sus4 chord. Okay, so broken C, C sus4, really nice chords there. Then you've got your power chords, so you leave your ring finger there, 10th fret D, 1st finger, 8th fret on the A string, so that's your F5. So you're only going to play this power chord on 2 strings. Now also what's happening is a classic kind of blues rock kind of thing, where he's adding his pinky on the 12th fret of the D, which is kind of like an F6 kind of thing. But don't worry about too much what it's called. So that's your F5 chord. You bring that up to the E and the A strings. You've got a C5 chord. And you go down to the 10th fret A and D strings. And you've got a G5 chord. You've also got a B flat 5, I think, some point in the song. So use your 1st finger 6th fret low E, 3rd finger 8th fret A, and then pinky 8th fret D. Okay, so that's just with the octave there. Sounds really cool. So there's your power chords, and then you've got some more jazzy chords. Okay, so this is G minor 7. I think Bruce did a lot more bar chords, not so much anymore. Back in the early days, with sort of Kitty's Back and all those sort of jazzier songs. So bar the 3rd fret, all 6 strings, then use your ring finger to the 5th fret of the A string. Okay, I think this is what I can hear. So G minor 7, move up 2 frets, A minor 7, and then you've got FOC chord, which I know Bruce and Steve love. Ring finger 3rd fret A, pinky 3rd fret D, middle finger 2nd fret G. Use your 1st finger to bar the 1st fret B and the E strings. So that's an F over C, and then move up 2 frets, and you've got a G over D. Cool, and then you've also got some other bar chords. So you've got C major, use your 1st finger to bar from the 3rd fret A string, ring finger D, G and B strings on that 5th fret there, and then you move it up, so your 1st finger's on the 8th fret, an F major chord. You've got 2 more chords, a D minor 7, just sound beautiful, really jazzy, and it works so well in the song. So bar from the 5th fret with your 1st finger on the A string, ring finger 7th fret D, middle finger 6th fret B, move that up 2 frets, got E minor 7. Don't forget, if you get any tabs, you'll have all the chord charts at the top of that screen as well. Okay, cool, so they're all your chords. And what I'm also going to do now is put the song structure up on the screen, and that will hopefully allow you to break down all the individual sections and help you kind of learn it off by heart. So let's take a look at the intro and then the sax solo 1. So the sax solo 1 and the intro basically exactly the same, apart from you've got 2 extra bars at the start for the intro. So let's take a look at those 2 extra bars. So here you've got some triplets, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's how I work it. So 3 triplet 8th notes, so 3 notes in the space of 1 beat. So it's 1 and 2 and down up down up down up for the C, then C sus4, 3 and 4 and then C. Okay. Don't forget, if you do get any of the tabs, I've tabbed out the guitar solo and Steve's parts, which I think lock together really well with Bruce's, and obviously Bruce's parts. So if you do get the tabs, either with your subscribe star codes or just a direct download on the JA's Music School website, and head over to the Bruce shop there, you can get it in PDF format, guitar PDF format, Guitar Pro, Guitar PDF, and also obviously the backing track. So any questions about that stuff, let me know, but you'll get all 3 parts there. So that's the intro. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool, and now we're on to our kind of first 8-bar phrase. So here you've got this classic, again, 2 and 3 and 4 and. So instead of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, they've got this triplet feel, kind of often called shuffle or swung 8. So 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. So what you do is you F5, and then on the 2 and the 4, you put your pinky down, then take it off. So 1 and a 2, 3, 4, like that. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Do another bar of that. And then C5, same pan, G5, and C5. It's the first 8-bar phrase. Again, don't forget it's also the same as in the sax solo. And then the second 8-bar phrase, F5. So it starts off exactly the same. C5 for 2 bars, G5 for 2 bars. Okay, and then you've got what we had in the first 2 bars of the intro. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a C sus4, and then a whole bar of C using triplets. Cool, so that's the intro and the sax solo 1, and now we take a look at the organ solo. So here we've got that classic down, down, up, up, down, up, again with that triplet feel, but then I'm putting a mute on the start of beat 2. So instead of going, I'm going 1, so that nice kind of percussive feel. So down, down, up, up, down, up, and again. And bar 3 here, same, the F over C. Now I think this rhythm slightly changes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You don't have to do it, but I think I can hear it on the record. So down, up on the F, 2 mutes. So release some pressure with your left hand for those mutes. Then put the pressure down and 2 mutes again. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then C major. Up, up, down, down. G minor 7. And a 1-off bar of triplets, the B flat 5 chord. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. Cool, and now the second half of this organ solo, which sounds beautiful by the way. G minor 7, 2 bars, A minor 7 for 2 bars. Now I've got this really nice kind of snappy staccato rhythm here. Okay, so it's down, down, up, and the first one's definitely staccato. And then so I'm going down, down, up, and then that up is kind of a mute, like that. Down, down, up, down. So again, I'm releasing pressure, getting that bouncy feel. D minor 7 to E minor 7, and then F. And you see in there, and the song structure, any chords in brackets, there's more than one chord in that bar, and then you go D minor 7 to E minor 7 again. And 2 bars of triplets with a G over D. 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. Cool, so let's now take a look at the chords behind the guitar solo, which is absolutely phenomenal. Again, for any subscribed stars, the tutorial, which will be similar to how I do these videos, a walkthrough with a tab and also a breakdown. So that'll be normally the guitar solo tutorials will be available 1 or 2 days after this one's released on YouTube. But if you not bother about subscribe star, you can just get the tab and the guitar solo, it will be on there. But beautiful guitar solo. So A minor 7 for 2 bars, E minor 7 for 2 bars, D minor 7 for 2 bars, F for 1 bar, and then a triplets, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a A minor 7, E minor 7 for 2 bars. Now you've got those kind of staccato, D minor 7 to E minor 7 to F to E minor 7, but it's done 3 times those 2 bars. D minor 7, D minor 7, F, E minor 7, D minor 7, E minor 7, F. and then 11 bars of G over D triplets before doing a 1, 2, 3, and then it goes into kind of the sax solo 2 or the outro. Yeah, so make sure it's in the organ solo, you only do that bit sort of 1.5 times. Where it is in the end of the guitar solo, you do it 3 times, that 2-bar phrase. So look out for all those kind of patterns. So now we're in the sax solo 2. So it starts off pretty much the same. F5, 2 bars. C5, 2 bars. G5, 2 bars. I think it's more of a triplet thing going on here. So 2 bars of C. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a F5, 2 bars. So now in the second 8-bar phrase, C5 for 2 bars, G5 for 2 bars, C5 for 2 bars. And basically those last 4 bars are done again. So the G5, and then you do the G5 2 bars again. And then a whole bar of C, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a whole bar of C sus4, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a whole bar of C, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and then you get this 1, 2 and classic ending there, down, up. And then massive drum fill for a couple of bars and then end on the C. So that's all the parts. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Hit that bell icon for notifications. Obviously, if you want to get any of the other parts, Steve parts, guitar solo, feel free to get the tab, and happy to answer any questions about any of that stuff. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up as well. Any comments, let me know down below. And I'll see you next time. Cheers. Bye. you'd like to get Guitar Pro files, tab PDFs, backing tracks from any of these tutorials, head over to either the Subscribe Star page or my website jsmusicschool.co.uk. Remember to subscribe and hit that bell icon for notifications. Thanks very much, see you on the next one.